Guys, so we're back here with the countdown the STAAR series, series 6, page 5, number 3. You're here with Coach Ward one more again. So we're gonna take a look at what David's got going on here. Give you a little feedback to what just happened here. So David has some money in a savings account at a local bank. He will add the same amount of money to the account each week for the next several weeks. The table shows the amount of money he will have in X weeks. Which statement is true? So the first thing that we want to make sure that we understand here is we want to break down the answer choices because they want to know what the truth is versus give me an answer. Okay. So it says that first I want to figure out what he had originally in his savings, and I want to find out what he saved each week. Okay. So I want to find out originally and what he saved in each one. Well, if I have a table here and I'm trying to equate this to something that we've done before, I'm thinking that this is a table. So I need to look at determining the slope and the y-intercept. Why? Because each week is our rate of change. So our rate of change, we always say that that is going to be our slope. All right. Originally means your starting point. Where does this graph or where does this information begin from? So essentially what you're looking for is to try to come up with your y-intercept. All right. So now, because we're going to do that, there's a couple of things that we want to make sure that we accomplish here. The first thing we want to accomplish is find out the slope by doing what we call change in y over the change in x. We want a ratio of those two things. Okay. Change in y over change in x. So in order to do that, the first thing that we want to do is we want to complete, well, what is the change in y? So what we're going to do is we're going to do this a couple times. Okay. So your change in y for this guy is going to be plus 60. So 90 plus 60 is 150. Well, same thing can be said for the change in x. So 2 plus something is 5. I'm going to be adding 3 to that. So when I set up my ratio, I'm going to have 60 divided by 3. That's going to give me a 20. All right. So I'm going to try this one more time to make sure that, because it's not counting by the same thing going forward. So I want to make sure that this is the same going forward. So 150 to 190. That looks like it's plus 40. 5 plus something is 7 plus 2. So now 40 divided by 2 is also 20. So it looks like that we have a slope of 20 here. So each week you're saving $20, or David is saving $20. Awesome. So now that we have that, we got to figure out where does this graph start? Well, the same way I can count forwards, what I'm going to attempt to do here is I'm going to count backwards. So the same way I can count forward by 2, forward by 3, or forward by 1, I can count backwards as well. So watch this. If forward by 2, you're increasing by 40. Well, if I subtract 2 from here, I'm going to be back at 0. So the same way I add 40 when you're adding 2, I'm going to subtract 40 from here. So 90 minus 40 is 50. So this is my starting point right here. And looks like that my answer choice is C. So you guys, this is what we want to make sure that we are accomplishing when we're looking at this problem. So go back and take a look at it. Make sure that you follow all your steps and you found your slope and the y-intercept. We'll see you in the next video.